mom dodged Thomas Cook's baggage charges by wearing 3 kilos of clothes to fly. Natalie Wynn, 30, was stopped while boarding the flight after a security officer weighed her 9.4 kilograms case and told her it was too heavy for cabin baggage. So the resourceful mum of 5 decided to pile on 7 dresses, 2 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of shorts, a skirt and a cardigan, rather than pay the £65 fee for the extra weight. Administrative Officer Natalie said she was boiling as she boarded the Manchester flight to Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands, dressed in nearly half of the clothes she had packed. The mom of 5 claims that other passengers laughed and even offered to pack some of her clothes in their cases when they saw how she was planning to avoid the extra fare. Once on the plane, Natalie asked a steward if she was allowed to take the clothes off before returning them to her suitcase. Even Thomas Cook themselved praised Natalie's ingenuity and compared her ploy to the episode of Friends in which Joey dons Chandler's whole wardrobe. Natalie, from Oldham in Greater Manchester, said, "I was boiling, absolutely boiling. I still had plenty in my case, but I put near enough half of what I've put on. I put on 4 dresses, 2 pairs of shorts, I tied a dress around my neck, put a skirt on, I shoved 2 dresses down the dresses I had on, and 2 pairs of shoes as well, and a cardigan." It definitely worked. Normally I check the weight of the baggage, but I did the online check-in for me and my friend, but we got to the counter and they just stopped me. It was nearly 4 kilograms over, but they wanted to charge us £65 each just to get it on the plane. Because I had booked an all-inclusive holiday, so was getting all my food and drink, I didn't plan on bringing much money with me. I think I only had about £60 in my account just to bring with me on holiday. I didn't want to be using the little amounts I had just so I could get my bag on the plane. I literally said, "I'm not paying it," and started putting my clothes on. There were people around us cheering us on because after I did it, my friend decided she would do it too because her baggage was also overweight. We were definitely of sight walking onto the plane. A few people offered to put our clothes in their cases, but Thomas Cook got told they couldn't do that. The only person that didn't look happy about it was the woman at the security boarding desk. I was still allowed to get on the plane. I felt like I was going to pass out because it was so warm. As soon as I got on the plane, I took it all off and put it back in my case. That was funny as well, because people were laughing because I just started taking off all my clothes in the middle of the plane. Thomas Cook guidelines state that adults are allowed to bring 1 piece of hand baggage weighing up to 6 kilograms onto their flight free of charge. Luckily, Natalie didn't face the same on the way back, but claims avoiding the £65 charge put her in a good mood for her holiday. Natalie said, "Saving £65 definitely put me in a good mood for the holiday. Everyone's reaction to it being done put me in a good mood as well. I was worried I would get a negative reaction to it, people saying it was my own fault, but not one person said anything, even at the airport. It set up a good start to the holiday anyway. A Thomas Cook Airlines spokeswoman said, "Natalie's ingenuity here is noted. The good news for Natalie and the rest of our customers is that later this month we are increasing our hand baggage allowance to 8 kilograms. This will hopefully help her travel a little less like Joey from Friends next time." Read more top news stories from Mirror Online.